Number one, disposable items. If you find me in a trash can digging something out, please don't call me. Just pass. You don't know me, I don't know you. Disposable items. OMG. Welcome to my channel. Oh my, I haven't worn scraps in a while in my videos. And guess what? It's a matching scrap and a stethoscope. Hi, my name is Priscilla Kuma. You already know. Subscribe, share, do the good stuff we always ask you to do. Don't want to make this boring. And just before I start this topic, I am glad and proud to say that I'm the very first person on the internet to talk about this video. I have done my research here and there, and I haven't seen a referral material. Before we come out and do videos, normally do research, read about it, watch previous videos, do reading materials to make sure we give you accurate facts. And I punched this topic in, I changed the wording and everything, and I haven't come across one. So what could she be talking about? What topic at all is she talking about? Okay, let's get this on. I'm talking about nursing culture shock. You heard me right. Punch it in, search. If you find it, let me know. Nursing culture shock. If you see it, let me know. And not just that, nursing culture shock as an international or foreign trained nurse. As you all know, I'm a foreign trained nurse, trained originally in Ghana and working in the US. I can't say that enough. And there's no material about this that I'm about to share with you. The shocks, the nursing culture shocks I experienced working in the hospital, in the medical field, in the hospital environment. Some of them are really minor, but they are things that you wouldn't expect, and it blows your mind and it surprises you, and it might prepare you. You are eager to see how working abroad feels like and how the US hospital environment feels like. These are petty things you'd have to know, especially if you didn't train in the US. You never had a chance to do your clinicals in a US hospital. You just got a job, a working visa, or you just got a job through any other means and you're about to start your work. These are things you should experience. You should expect. These are things you should expect as a foreign trained nurse or international trained nurse, be it a CNA, anybody who's going to be working in the hospital environment. Comparing the hospital environment back in Africa, West Africa, Ghana, to the hospital environment where I work. I'm speaking from the United States, New York State. So I'm telling you what pertains to my environment. Oh my God. So number one, disposable items. If you find me in a trash can digging something out, please don't call me. Just pass. You don't know me, I don't know you. Disposable items. OMG. Okay. First culture shock. I stepped in there, we grabbed the patient's vital signs, we checked the temperature with a disposable thermometer, and boom, it went right into the trash. I'm like, what is going on here? Oh my God. I'm sorry. My eyes popped out. I'm like, why? I didn't ask. Thankfully, I didn't voice it out. I was like, why did they throw this thing away? First off, I didn't even know it was disposable. My bad. I was like processing. I was like, oh, it's plastic. It's a one-time use. Woo la la. That was the biggest culture shock and an eye-opener. I'm like, should I go in this trash and take this thing and wash it and bring it home and ship it to Africa? Somebody might make good use of it. Yep. Disposable items. You want to pass a Foley catheter. It's all in a pack. You flip it open. Every single thing you need is in there. Provident iodine cotton is in there. The catheter is in there. The gel is in there. The normal saline flash is in there. You do everything and carry the whole thing and throw out. Nothing like, let's set a tray. Let's do this. Let's put top shelf, sterile, lower shelf, nothing. Everything is in a kit. Everything is just packed. Little packs, one-time use. You open, you use, you throw away. OMG, what else did I see them throw away? Stethoscope. Disposable stethoscope. Yellow, beautiful stethoscope. One-time use, you throw away. If you live in the room, the cleaner comes, clean the room. Everything goes into trash. Food, drinks, toiletries, wipes, powder, deodorants, shaving cream, shaving powder, juice, pad that you lay on the bed, chalks, disposable. Oh my god. Food, the patient doesn't want the tray at all, so everything, the apple juice, the strawberry, whatever, into the trash. The amount of wastage I see daily, that blew my mind, and it still blows my mind. So disposable items. Number 2, your patient can fire you. You heard me right. Your patient can fire you. Your patient can say, I do not want this nurse. Give me a different nurse. Call me the supervisor. And there's a patient portal. You can go in and make a report. This and this happened, and this is the patient's, this is the nurse's name, and this is my room number. And a committee will come in and solve your issue for you. They'll give you a call and come and solve and intervene and switch the nurse. Yes, I guess you're in your hospital feeling like a boss somewhere back in Africa, and you did not know a patient can fire you. Yes. In this world, the table is reversed. The patient is always right. We know that in books, but in reality, on the grounds, the patient is always right. The patient can choose whether I want a male doctor or a female doctor. When you actually call in at the first time to book as a patient to start attending a particular hospital or clinic, they ask you, do you want a female doctor? Do you want a male doctor? You have the right to choose whatever. If you chose female and you show up and there's a male in that room, you have the right to walk that male out of your room. Yes, so the patient writes. The patient is the boss and you are the servant. You are working for your patient's betterment. Number 3, the goal is to get the patient out of here quickly. Not everything goes to the ER and into the hospital for admission. There are steps that you follow. You can go to the urgent care, immediate care. They will attend to you first. If it's beyond them, then they refer it to the hospital ED. Sometimes you are in the hospital and you never even get into admission or get into the floor to have a bed and stay overnight. They treat you in the ER, in the ED, emergency room, then you go home. But you have to go through the ER, the immediate care or urgent care first before that. Number 4, the conversions. I come from a Celsius background, but US uses Fahrenheit for temperature. So you check the temperature and it's like 99.9 and you are freaking out. You need to take a step back and now reconvert back to Celsius, what you are used to. Yes, so the conversion, the patient weights, I'm used to kilogram, coming from Ghana, West Africa. Here they use pounds. So the patient jumps on a scale and it's 200 pounds. Then now you're racking your brain. Same applies with AccuCheck, blood glucose monitoring. Glucometer, checking of your blood sugar, finger sticks. The units are different. So you check somebody's sugar and it's like 200. Well, whereby where I come from, you check and it's like 8 or 9. So you have to know when to divide by 18. When it comes to the weight, you have to know when to multiply by 2.2 before you get your answer. So those were really confusing. So anytime I had to pause or have to use a calculator before I can figure it out. Number 5, dress code. Dress code. Nobody cares about what you're wearing. Just show up decent. There are days I wear t-shirts that has nothing to do with work. It's just a plain white t-shirt, but I wear scrap pants. Some places are very strict about dress code. It doesn't matter. Your outlook. People have piercings, tattoos, colored hair, and all that. I was taught you have a studded earring. You hold your hair high. Nothing touches your shoulder. People's hair are flowing into their patient's working field. I'm not saying it's right, but you can hold any style. You can do any kind of makeup, piercing. All these are allowed. Now, it's not strict about you have to remove your tattoos. You have to cover it up. People have their arms tattooed and stuff. Just make sure you're decent and not putting your patients off. Yes, so that was something I was not used to. The environment I'm coming from, I didn't see people with a lot of piercings and body marks and tattoos and colored hair and all that. So I was like, that was different. Yeah, so the fact that you have a piercing doesn't stop you from becoming a nurse. So in case you're wondering, I have this mark. No, if you don't feel comfortable around it, If you don't feel comfortable with it, you can just wear long sleeves to cover it up. But if it's a tattoo on your arms, the patients actually like it. They go like, wow, I love your drawing here. I love this. So yeah, that was something different. Culture shock. People have all their earrings all pierced, nose, tongue, and everything. But what matters is they come to work. They are safe. Their patients are safe. They deliver. Their job is done nicely, and you go. Yes, nobody's judging you because you have piercings or you have tattoos or colored red hair or something. Just come do your job diligently and get out of there. Yes. And when it comes to the dressing too, it took me a long time. Oh my God, nobody told me. Why would somebody tell you? Because they thought you'd know that when it's freezing cold, you have to wear leggings, tights, skinny tights or leggings under your scrubs before you wear your scrub pants. And there are certain type of socks for healthcare workers because you're on your feet for long hours. You have a certain type of socks you have to wear first. They are like thread stockings. That's, yeah, compression stockings. It took me a long while. I didn't know I had to wear that. So after I figured out one day when the changing room, I saw somebody take their shoes off and I was like, oh, you have a stocking? It's like, yeah, don't you wear some? No, I don't. Now I had to go buy stockings. So some of the socks are stockings. They are compression stockings made for healthcare workers and people who are always on their feet for so long, factory workers and all that. And the leggings. And then what you wear under, because the scrub is so light. This is very light and it's freezing outside. It's winter, so you have to wear that under it to keep you warm. And the shoes, you want to invest in your shoes to support your spine. I was wearing sneakers, I was flat Crocs, and I got a back injury. Yes, but now I have the expensive $200 Crocs nursing shoes that the heels are high to support your spine. Yes, so your dressing, nobody cares about it. Just make sure you are safe, the patient is safe, have the appropriate dressing to support your body mechanics and all that. So that was a culture shock. I did not know. And I kept having swollen feet. I know somebody who had varicose vein at the end of the day. So do wear those thread stockings. Now you know from my video. Another one, rank system versus patient ratio. So back in Ghana where I used to work, we have different ranks. And because somebody's up there, they just come and supervisory. They assume the supervisory role. They just sit down and make sure you guys are on the field doing the hands-on. Nope. I work with a colleague who has 25 years experience. We have the same number of patients. She has 5, I have 5. If she has 4, I have 4. Despite she's been doing nursing for 25 years. Way before I was even thinking of going to nursing school, we still have the same amount of patients, the same workload, the same strength, everything. There's nothing like because this person is a RN2, RN3, and you are RN1, so you're going to have 10 patients and they're going to have 2 because they were in the service before you know. The rank is on paper. You are RN1, they are RN2. The only difference is that is their pay. The only difference is when whatever the hourly pay you get, they get higher because they've obviously been in the service for this number of years. But you all do the same work equally. They have the same 6 patients, you have the same 6 patients. Everything that concerns their patient is their headache to deal with, and same applies to you. Whereby in the Ghana system, you have ranks and someone is just supervising and the rest of you are on the ground doing the wound dressing and doing the ward rounds and all. Nope. We have the patient ratio the same. Everything I'm doing, they're also doing for their patients. Yep. That was something that was shocking to me. I was like, ooh, I guess your rank and I, we have the same workload, pretty much. The only difference is your money that you take home and what I take home. Cool. I love that. One thing you don't know, the long hours. The long hours you work. You can work somewhere between 8 hours to 16 hours. 12 seems to be the norm, cuts across everywhere. And people do 16 hours, especially those in the nursing homes and care facilities and other outside the hospital do 16 hours. And even in the hospital, if they have the chance and the willpower, they will make you do 16 hours or even 24 because they are always short. There's always shortage. There's always overtime for you to fill in based on where you are, obviously. And COVID happened and there's always shortage. And The staff members are always sick and out sick, so there are always overtime spaces to fill out. So if you're not used to the long hours, I already touched on that when I was talking about the clothing, the shoes to support your legs and spine and all that. Yep. I used to work 8 hours and that was 5 days a week. It's still the same 40 hours. But here you do 12 hours and you do it for 3 days. And you get home and you feel it. Your back, your feet, your shoulders, your arm, your whole being, your brain, you're all very exhausted. So prepare for the work hours. That was shocking to me when they said you have to do 12 hours. I'm like, oh, what about 8 hours? They're fine. You can do 8 hours, but that means more days you have to put in. You have to be there 5 days a week. So what do you have to do? You have to cut the number of days. So you do like 2 12s or 3 12s. That's 36. And 1 4 hour. Or 2 12s and 2 8s. I used to do 2 12s and 2 8s. My PCT days. My patient care technician days before the RN. So the long hours is something you prepare for. Some people only work weekends. Some people only work weekend nights. Some people only work evenings. So if you are doing weekends, some people do double. I have a friend who works every Saturday and Sunday, 16 hours. So those two are 32 hours. She's part-time. She gets in that 32 and a little bit overtime from the requirement of 20 hours also. Then she's done and out of there until the next weekend. But that weekend commitment is also very tough. You need to be around family. You need to go for family events, personal time to yourself and all. So if you have that weekend commitment, you're not going to have a social life. Because weekdays, they are all working. Weekends, they want to have a cookout, a dinner, a wedding, or baby something, and you are never home with your kids and family members and loved ones. As you may know, the obvious, the system is paperless. Computer-based system. So you have your computer on wheels and you're going and documenting and all that stuff. Everything you do goes into the documentation. So there are different apps, different facilities used. One big one that we use is the e-record. Lots of people use e-record. So you have to go for a training about how to use the e-record to document. And the faster you are in documentation, the faster you're able to get out and go home on time. But if you're already trying to figure out how to use a computer because you're not familiar with it and it's not your fault and I don't blame you, and now you're looking for where is Q, oh my God, where is R? Every single thing you have to do has to be documented. If it's not documented, you have not done it. So you have to make sure you document on all the patients they have given you, be it 4, 5, 6, 7, some places as high as 10 patients. You spend all their time documenting and they still expect you to give your maximum to the patients. But it's still documentations you have to do. So get ready to use a paperless system, a computerized system. Get ready to know how to maneuver the COW or the WOWs, the computers on wheel, workstation on wheel, WOW. So we call it WOW. Charge my WOW. My workstation on wheel. It's just a computer you move around because it's mobile and it's on wheels. Yeah. So paperless system. One thing that surprised me also, family members are not hands-on at all. Like how back at work in Ghana, your family members come and visit twice a day, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and come and get their patients out, bath them or bathe them and get them out of bed and help them and bring food from home and feed them and clean them up and chit chat with them. Nope. Family members are not hands-on at all. You find very rarely one family member who would come and do a little bit, but don't expect it. It doesn't happen. They believe it's your job, you've been trained for, and you've been paid to do it. So a family member can come out and call you that my mom wants to drink water. You have to go and get that water for the mommy while the water is right by the table. Yep, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not scaring you. This is a reality on grounds. If you're watching and you're already working here, you can attest to the facts and the things I'm saying. So that was like a culture shock for me. I'm like, is that not your mom? You can give her water? Oh my God, what's going on? Yep, they are not hands-on. If she wants to pee, you have to come in and help them pee, urinate. Yep, so they are not hands-on at all. A lot of them will be on the phone calling you from home, checking on their family members. They're not going to come in to visit. Some of them don't even have family members. Some of them too are homeless. They came from the street. We treat them on in the hospital and send them back to facilities which they don't like to go. Some prefer to go back to the street. Some end up going to the facility but end up running away and coming back. So it's like a circle. You keep seeing the same faces over and over again, especially winter time when it's cold out there. They want a little shelter, so they come in for like 2-3 days admission and they are back to another facility and all that. Yep. So family members are not hands-on. They're not gonna do much for their patients or their relatives, so you have to do all that. So that was very surprising to me. One thing that was also surprising is how one patient can have a lot of medical diagnoses. One patient can have like 25 medical diagnoses, and they have medication for all of them. And when you're giving such a person early morning medications, those medications are more than the evening or afternoon ones. You can be opening medications for several minutes. You end up having like 25 tablets in your hands for just one person to swallow. Yep, that was so surprising to me. One person has so many diagnoses, anything you can think of: restless leg syndrome, endocrine this, goiter, diabetes, hypertension, all type of cancers on different parts, alcoholism, anxiety, bipolar, depression, suicide precaution one time in their histories, all the surgical hip replacement, knee replacement, tonsil removal, and ADHD. So one person can have a lot of diagnoses and their medications go with it. So yeah, so that was very eye-opening to me, very surprising to me. So another one, cash gifts or gifts, physical gifts are not allowed. You cannot take anything from a patient. Oh, thank you for helping me out, have this $5. Nope, you are not allowed to take it. Yes, have this watch of mine, have this gold, have this. No, you are not allowed to take it. The only time you can take a gift from a patient or a family member is when a family member brings the gift and says, this is for all the staff members. They have a bag of cookies or a bag of candies or a box of popcorn and say, take this, you've been great taking care of my mom. Then the child nurse receives it and announces to everybody on that shift that, oh, this gift is from this so and so family member. Or let's say they've been discharged and they are going home and they don't want to take the flower and the vase and the water back home, so they just leave it. And so you can keep it. So you grab that flower vase and put it at the nurse's station. Everybody's seeing it. It beautifies the environment for everybody. But you alone cannot be in the room and collect $10 from a patient for nothing. No, you'll be written up and you'll be sacked. You'll be questioned and queried. If they have something they want to give to the unit, it doesn't have to be cash. If they maybe some candy or some Halloween candies or some Thanksgiving cookies or something, they bring it and everybody will pick one from it and it ends there. So we have a card system whereby you can give them a card and can give you a strong star. Nurse Priscilla was good to me and my family. Thank you so much. Then you put that card on the notice board. No monetary transaction. No personal exchanges of numbers. So give me your number, I'll call you. Nothing like that. They give me your Facebook name, I'll find you on Facebook. Nothing like that. Strictly professional. Come do your work, go. If they have something, they should go and give it to the child nurse or the nurse manager and they'll sort it out over there. Do not receive any personal gift from any patient. That patient will come back and put you in trouble. Yep. Whereby back in Ghana, somebody will bring, oh, thank you, you guys have this 20 cedis and share. Then we share among ourselves and used to pick a car, go home, or used to buy something and eat. Nope. Don't do that. Don't, you're gonna get in trouble. Very important, the vacation hours. Short vacation hours. We have PTO, paid time off. The hours they put in a bank for you. I'll say a bank because it's a vacation bank. So let's say if you hire for 36 hours a week, they give you 36 hours the whole year. Now they've increased it a little bit. They've added a little bit. So I think I have like 56 hours in my whole PTO bank. They pay time off for the whole year. So let's say you're not able to go in to work tomorrow because of something, or your car won't start or something, or you have to pick your kid from school because of an emergency, they were sick or something. You want to call in and tell them you cannot come. And guess what they're going to use? They're going to use hours from your PTO bank paid time off bank. They're going to take your PTO and use to substitute for the days or the hours you used that you did not show up for work. So when you run out of PTO, then they begin falling on your vacation hours. When you run out of that, then you have nothing left. So the vacation and the hours are very different. Maternity back in Ghana is like 3 months. In the UK, I'm told it's like a whole year. You stay home and can keep renewing and all. Nope. Maternity here is between 6 to 8 weeks based on where you're working and the state's requirements and the state's laws. So you have to know how to use your own vacation and reserve some and add it to your add your vacation to your maternity. Then you try and work around it a little bit. Yes, so the hours for vacation, and you can't take all your 5 weeks vacation you're entitled to a year. You can't take all one time. You take 1 week summer vacation, 1 week winter vacation, 1 week fall vacation, 1 week spring. Is hardly will you ever have those together. And it's a whole system how it works. Everybody will choose 1 week. It shouldn't coincide. More than 2 people cannot live based on your staff strength. So, and it's according to maybe first come first serve seniority. So whoever has been there longest will put in some hours that they want. Then if you need those hours somebody has chosen, then you will now go talk to the person. Can we switch these days? Can I borrow these days from you? Can you take mine because I have something that has come up? But they prioritize things like emergencies that you didn't know would happen, like your family member died and you have to go bury them. They can't say because you are new, so you can't have those hours. They prioritize that. If your child has a soccer event, a big tournament, you want to be part of that, you prioritize that. If your child is getting married, they prioritize things like that. But you don't have a lot of vacation hours to stay home and be home for so long. Nope. You have paid vacation that are very, very limited. I hope you're enjoying this video. I hope you're relating to it, and I hope I'm prepping or preparing your mind for how working in the US is and the little culture shocks I had. Yes, the vacation was mind-blowing. I was asking for like 3 weeks to cool out. They're like, no, we can only give you 1 week at a time. We only split it up for you. You can take the other week after a couple weeks. I'm like, what? That ain't fair. If I want to go to Africa, if I want to go to Ghana, if I want to go out of town or out of state, 1 week is not going to be enough for me to buy that expensive ticket to travel and just go there for 3 days and come back. You know what I mean? Yep. So bear in mind the vacation times are not what you might be used to elsewhere. No marketing at workplace, no selling. You can't come and be selling scraps or hats or some shoes or some kente at work. No. It's strictly in the laws. You cannot use that ground, the hospital campus or premises, as a marketplace. It's not allowed. You cannot be selling anything like that. I'm selling sanitizer. No, no, no. You can't be doing any business or monetary transaction on the hospital premises. The same way they have, it's a non-smoking campus. It's a place you don't have to smoke. If you want to smoke, you have to go out of the campus to do that. Yes. So you can't be transacting any monetary personal business. I'm selling this. No, 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 not at all. You can't be posting flyers here and there. There's a place you have to go through. If you have an event coming that relates to your workplace, you have to go to the right channel for them to broadcast it for you. But you cannot use the hospital grounds as a personal. I'm selling stethoscope and I'm selling belts. No. Oh, how can I go without talking about potluck? OMG. You know potluck? Potluck is like a cooking event, not even a cooking event. You're having a little activity and you have to bring food. So let's say there's somebody we're trying to organize a bridal shower for. Yes. Put this back on. And they announced that this day is the bridal shower. Guess what? You, me, them have to bring our food to contribute to the event. There's nobody like, I'm cooking. No. You bring a little cheese, somebody will bring a little fruit table, somebody will bring a little popcorn, somebody will bring some juice, somebody will bring water, then you put it together. Or you pitching, you bring $5, then you all organize pizza or something. Yeah, somebody's inviting you to their birthday and they're asking you to bring your own food. Woo! Yeah, that was different. Yes. So every event that you see, don't be so excited to go. Culture shock. You are not going to eat. You are coming in with your own food to share with people. So they might taste yours and you will taste somebody else's. Yes. So when they say potluck, Don't go empty-handed. I went empty-handed the first time. The next time I was like, okay, I'll bring a bag of candy. Yeah. So potluck or some events at work, you need to pitch in and bring money or bring food to contribute to the event. Yay. There goes culture shock. Yep. And the last, I said last but not the least, but hopefully this is the last one. Oh my God, I've talked a lot. I guess I love talking. I just don't look it. Okay, so last but not the least, for the third time, work is strictly work. You do not build any social relationships. As soon as you close, you get into your car, you don't know them from anywhere, they don't know you from anywhere. It ends right there. If you see that same work colleague in the mall doing some grocery shopping, hi, you go your way. They don't know where you live, you don't know where they live. You don't know each other. We only know each other within that 12 hours or 16 hours or 8 hours that we are at work. After work, I'm gone. How you close and you all be walking together to your cars or to go pick a ride. No, you walk alone to your car. Somebody else walk alone to their car. You don't know anybody from anywhere. You see your colleague in town, like they haven't even seen you. So the relationships don't go beyond work. It ends right there. That was different for me too. Yep. That was so different. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this culture shock video of mine. Tag others, share this with them, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Priscilla Kuma, right from New York State, USA, originally from Ghana, as you can tell from the accent. Take care and love one another. Bye bye.